Hi everybody. Look, I've only got time for a really quick video today because I've got so much to do. I'm in a real rush. No, wait, I'm not in a rush. We're never in a rush. You know, I used to live my whole life speedily, inefficiently trying to get to the next thing I had to do. In fact, what I often found myself doing, I tricked myself into thinking this would help, was doing several jobs at once. What I found is that nothing actually finished any quicker than it would have done, and actually it finished after it would have done because I was thinking too crazily. You know, when we tell ourselves that we're busy and we tell ourselves we're rushed and we tell each other there's a panic and we tell we're desperate, then we are in a rush, then we are in a panic, then our brain doesn't work as well as it usually does. It is true that I have things to do today. I've quite a lot of things to do today. I'm helping my son move house, and I'm proofreading my husband's first book. Don't tell him I said that. And I got lots of other things. I'm getting my hair done today. But that doesn't mean that I can't take a few minutes out to talk to you. It doesn't mean I can't take a few minutes out to do something that I want to do. You've probably heard the story. So a man goes to Buddha and says, "What should I do? I'm just so busy." And the Buddha says, meditate. Meditate for 10 minutes every day. And the guy says, 10 minutes? I can't possibly give 10 minutes to my meditation. That's ridiculous. And the Buddha says, then take half an hour. You know, and that's so true. And I found as I stilled myself more, as I felt myself go with the flow rather than against the flow, my life got better. Things started happening, good things. And in that space, I noticed opportunity. I noticed beauty. I noticed things I wouldn't have noticed when I was rushing around like a blind person, like somebody who couldn't see, who didn't see, who wouldn't see. And all these things that we have to do in our lives, and I'm not saying they're not important because they really are, they will all get done. But with a calm mind, they get done much more quickly. You know, I think for me that rushing made me think that I was caring more, that I was doing things better, that I was working at doing things. And I realised that my subconscious was helping me not always feel late for things, not always feel that I hadn't done as much as I should have done. But you know, I got this. I can actually organise this. It's all right. It works. And some days are going to be busier than others, and sometimes you will find yourself dashing from one meeting to another. But we've always got time to take stock. We've always got time to notice. To notice now. To notice what's happening right now. And I wondered maybe if you could recognise any of the things that your mind did for you to save you from being late, or from looking silly or lacking in some way. You know, maybe you have some sort of ritual, either a big long ritual or a tiny little ritual that you do that kind of fools you into thinking that after you've done that ritual, everything's going to be all right. You know, this is like an OCD type of behaviour, and you know that I'm not into labels, but OCD is one of those things that's really bandied about. I mean, everybody has OCD these days, and yeah, quite a few people do. I think is it 2% of the population? Certainly not as many that are saying, "Oh my God, I've got OCD." And quite a lot of those people that do actually have OCD aren't saying I've got OCD because they're just struggling to live and be okay. But that kind of that behaviour, that way of having to do something, of having to check the gas one more time, of having to check that you look okay, having to check that you've got enough of bottles of ketchup in the fridge or whatever it happens to be. Whatever that checking is, turning that light switch on and off one more time. That is our kind of mind fools us into thinking that when we check that one more time, then our mind can be free of the busyness, can be free of the overthinking, can be free of this, this ever-present buzz of action that doesn't actually allow true action, and that just really renders us inactive. And I think when we have those type of little obsessions, those little rituals, those things that we do to make everything okay, that actually don't make it okay at all, I think often we don't even notice that we're doing that we have got that. Sorry about that. I was just taking something off my screen. So it may be time for you to notice, when you're in the now, you notice these things, you notice, hang on, what's taking me away from my now right this second? Is this thing that's taking me away from my now, my precious now, the only time that I ever have, is this thing worth it? Or is this thing just stealing this moment away from me? And when we see those things for what we are, we can often just go, okay, I can let that go. That's not going to own me anymore. That's not going to take away my happiness. That can't have my peace if I don't let it. And it was a struggle for me realising that I had a choice there, that it couldn't take my peace if I didn't let it. And even more than that, I didn't know there were those things taking my peace. I thought those things just were. I didn't realise it was a thing, and I never gave myself time to look, because I was rushing around all the time. And even when I was partying and enjoying myself, I was partying and enjoying myself all the time and to the best of my ability, and actually that's not freeing, and that isn't fun. That isn't letting go. So, if that's where you are, if you're having fun, great fun, to alleviate the mess, the overthinking of the rest of your life, especially if that fun includes like alcohol, like mine did, that just numbed, that isn't a stepping away. That isn't what does your health good. Because this dashing, not just of your body, which we take for granted so much, it doesn't maybe want to dash all the time, but that dashing of our mind, that continual thinking, overthinking, that's not good for our health. That's not good. The chemicals in our body aren't supposed to be treated like that. What gives back is our me time, is our self-care, we call it now, of our stillness, of our love for ourselves and for everything else, for our gratitude. I say this, but it is impossible to be grateful and angry. It's impossible to be grateful and insecure. It's impossible to be angry and frightened. It's impossible to be angry and jealous. Did I just angry and jealous? It's impossible to be anything that doesn't feel nice when we're being grateful. Okay, I think I'm going to leave you with that, because if we just spent time being grateful, if we sat with that gratitude, then we wouldn't be dashing, then we wouldn't be too busy, then we wouldn't be confusing ourselves and rushing ourselves and tricking ourselves. Then we would just be. Love you all.